all together to share a special moment here, of all places, with us tonight. In connecting so personally with our past, we learn much about ourselves, and we also see how powerful and important this community can be. This is something I hope the students on stage will come to realize as they move through their time with us here in the TJ Band. I hope they will see how this place and this band of people, literally, is a home and a haven and a family that will be here for them, even decades from now, even long after all the faces have changed, including, eventually, mine. Hopefully not too soon. At this time, I would like to invite Geoff Blanford, a member of that group, and the mother of 1994 class of TJ alum Steve Kerchner, Dr. Marcia Kerchner, up to the stage for a special presentation.
Thank you. So 30 years ago, a group of TJ students, very much like you all, was preparing to take the stage for their mid-year concert. The show-stopping piece on that program was the classic by Leroy Anderson, Bugler's Holiday. Featured a trio of senior trumpeters, anchored by Steve Kerchner, class of '94. They were all at the top of their game, and also like you just did with Carnival of Venice, they absolutely nailed it. There's a video of that performance in the link in your program if you're interested to listen to it or interested to know how bad video recording technology in the 1990s was. But I'm here today on behalf of a group of Steve's friends and family to share a few thoughts with you about Steve. I want you to get to know him a little bit because he was a really amazing person who went through this program. He represented for us everything that we loved about TJ Band. He was the standard of excellence on his instrument. He was technically brilliant. He played with musicality and passion. And he put in the work to get there. He was the king of the trumpets, but he wore his crown lightly. He was an amazing player, but an even better human. Everyone who knew Steve held him in the highest esteem. He was a natural leader. He was self-assured but humble. He was sincere, respectful, occasionally irreverent, always funny, always at the center of every joke and shenanigan, of which, as I recall, there were many. At least I like to think so. In music and in life, Steve was a generous collaborator who never forgot that the people around him were the point. He built and maintained deep and lasting friendships. Witness at least 30 alums from our era who've come from around the world to be here tonight. And he put in the work to make those friendships grow and thrive. Steve never forgot your birthday, ever. Text on time every year. And that's true for many of us. Steve became the glue that keeps us connected all these years later. He became like a brother to me. He was the best of us. In 2018, when he was just 42, Steve was diagnosed with cancer. But he refused to let that be the end of his story. He handled his treatment and the illness with just unfathomable grace and courage. And he made the most of the next 5 years. I can't begin to describe the sense of loss that followed when Steve passed away last fall. It's a loss that many of us will never get over. It becomes part of us. And the way forward is to transform that empty, cold feeling into something that's warm and full of the memory of Steve's presence. And that's why we're here tonight. After the funeral was homecoming, happened the same weekend. So we all came back here to where it started. And Mr. Ballard was tremendously supportive and met with us and it just has gone above and beyond, as I think you heard in his remarks, to help us process this loss and to help us share with you all our love for Steve and how connected he is and was to the tradition that you inherit as members of this program. So we got together, we made a donation to the band boosters, fortunately in time to be acknowledged on the back of your very impressive and professional new equipment truck. But we also had something more personal in mind, something that would capture who Steve was. And I'd like to show it to you. I brought it with me. This is, let's see this. This is a plaque that we designed in Steve's honor as a gift to you. It features a picture of Steve in his marching band uniform, the old uniforms, the ones that actually look like marching colonials. He's playing a solo in the halftime show his senior year. His eyes are closed. You can see the movement of the formations behind him. It's a beautiful picture. We created it through a combination of sort of digital and hand painting. And it gives the impression of seeing Steve from a distance and yet seeing him at his most intimate and essential. I will admit that I can't stop looking at it, and I hope you all get a chance to see it up close. So beneath the picture is an inscription. I'll just read it to you, it's brief. It says, Steve Kerchner, legendary lead trumpet, TJMC 94. He will be remembered always for impeccable musicianship, compassionate leadership, dedicated friendship, and outstanding achievement in the field of excellence. May his memory be blessed. Now, you may have noticed a quote from The Simpsons in there. I couldn't write a dedication to Steve without including a joke. Now it's a special one that we traded back and forth many times over the years. We're giving this gift to you in celebration of Steve's life, but also because we want you to remember Steve Kerchner's name. We want you to know the impact that he had on us, on this school and this program, and everyone and everything that he touched. We want you to be inspired by him. Be compassionate leaders. Be generous collaborators. Put in the work. If you want to build something that's going to outlive you, look no further than the people around you. Invest in each other. I promise that the friends that you make now as you're setting course for your life, they will be your greatest asset. So, Mr. Ballard, it's my honor to present on behalf of Steve's friends and family this plaque and this symbol of Steve's spirit and character. And I hope it will always have a place in the TJ band room. Thank you so much for your support.